The dark space was silent. No sound, no light, only stars and one broken ship, far away from any safe planet. A damaged alien ship was moving slowly through space. Its metal body was burned. Its wings were cracked. Blue sparks were jumping from broken wires. Inside the ship, red warning lights were flashing again and again. Engine failure. Power level critical. Oxygen low. These words appeared on every screen. Captain Reiner stood in the center of the control room. He was tall. His skin was silver gray. His eyes were deep blue, full of worry. He looked tired, very tired. For 3 days, the ship had been running without rest. For 3 days, the crew had been fighting death. Now they were losing. Reiner took a deep breath. Status report, he said in a calm voice. His voice was strong, but inside, he was afraid. Commander Velis, the navigation officer, replied. Captain, main engine is dead. Backup engine is at 10%. We cannot jump to hyperspace. Reiner closed his eyes for 1 second. 10%. That was nothing. What about shields, he asked. They are gone, Velis answered. One more hit, and we will break apart. The room became silent. Every crew member understood the truth. They were close to death. Lieutenant Sarah, the communication officer, spoke slowly. We are receiving weak signals from a nearby star system. Reiner looked at her. Which system? Sarah checked her screen. System name. Sol. Third planet. Earth. The word Earth made the room cold. Some crew members looked at each other. Some swallowed hard. Some looked afraid. Reiner knew why. Earth was famous in the galaxy. Not for kindness. Not for peace. But for danger. Stories about humans were everywhere. Humans are violent. Humans are unpredictable. Humans destroy first and ask later. Many empires warn others. Never go near Earth. Reiner himself had heard these stories since childhood. He walked slowly to the main screen. On it, a small blue planet appeared. Beautiful, bright, alive, yet dangerous. Distance? Reiner asked. Velis answered. 6 hours at current speed. If we slow down, we will lose power forever. Reiner stayed quiet. 6 hours. That was their last chance. He turned to the crew. How many escape pods? He asked. Sarah replied softly. Only 3 for 30 people. Not enough. Not even close. Reiner looked at their faces. Engineers. Pilots. Medics. Young officers. Old veterans. They trusted him. Their lives were in his hands. He felt the weight of that trust. After a long moment, he spoke. We are going to Earth. A soft gasp filled the room. Some were shocked. Some were scared. Some were relieved. Lieutenant Kara stood up. Captain, humans may attack us. They may see us as enemies. Reiner nodded. I know, he said, but space will kill us for sure. Silence again. No one argued. Everyone knew he was right. Reiner raised his voice. Prepare for emergency landing. All hands to stations. The ship slowly changed direction. It turned toward Earth. Toward hope or death. Hours passed. The ship entered the solar system. The sun shone like fire. Asteroids floated like silent guards. The crew watched nervously. Soon, Earth grew larger on the screen. Blue oceans. White clouds. Green lands. It looked peaceful. Too peaceful. Entering atmosphere in 3 minutes, Velis announced. The ship began to shake. Fire surrounded the metal body. Alarm screamed. Temperature rising. Stability lost. Left wing damaged. Reiner held his seat tightly. Hold it together, he whispered. The ship screamed as it fell, like a dying bird. Finally, boom! The ship crashed. Trees broke. Earth shook. Smoke filled the air. Silence followed. Reiner opened his eyes. Pain moved through his body, but he was alive. Slowly, he stood up. Around him, the control room was broken. Screens were dark. Metal was bent. But the crew was moving. They were alive. Report, Reiner said weakly. One by one, voices replied. Pilot alive. Medic alive. Engineer injured but stable. No deaths. A miracle. Reiner thanked the universe silently. Where are we? He asked. Velis checked external cameras. Forest area. No cities nearby. Tall trees surrounded the ship. Birds flew away in fear. Wind touched the broken metal. Earth felt alive. But danger was near. Reiner knew that humans would detect them soon. Defense positions, he ordered. We must be ready. The crew took small weapons. Not strong. Not enough. But it was all they had. Minutes passed. Then, a sound. Far away. Engines. Vehicles. Reiner felt his heart race. They are coming, Sarah whispered. Through the trees, lights appeared. Then shapes. Human vehicles. Military. Soldiers jumped out. They wore dark uniforms. They carried weapons. They moved carefully. Slowly. Smartly. Reiner raised his hand. Do not shoot, he ordered. We show peace. The crew lowered their weapons. They stood still. The human soldiers stopped. They aimed. Silence. Two groups. Different worlds. Facing each other. One wrong move, and war could begin. A human officer stepped forward. He removed his helmet. He was young. Brown eyes. Calm face. He raised his empty hands. I am Commander James, he said in clear English. We detected your crash. We are here to help. Reiner was surprised. Help? He stepped forward slowly, using the translator device. He spoke. I am Captain Reiner. We are damaged. We need repairs. We mean no harm. James listened carefully. Then he smiled. A real smile. Not fake. Not cruel. Kind. You look tired, James said. First, you need rest. He turned to his team. Bring medical kits. And coffee. Reiner blinked. Coffee? What? He whispered. Moments later, humans brought warm blankets. They brought water. They brought cups. Inside them was dark liquid. It smelled strong. James handed one to Reiner. Welcome to Earth, he said. Have some coffee. Reiner held the cup. His hands were shaking. This was not what he expected. No chains. No prison. No guns firing. Only kindness. He took a small sip. It was bitter, warm, strange, but comforting. For the first time in days, he felt safe. Reiner looked at the human commander, and in his mind, one thought appeared. Everything we knew about Earth was wrong. Far above them, stars watched silently, and a new story had just begun. Morning came slowly. Soft sunlight passed through tall trees. Birds were singing. Wind moved the leaves. It felt peaceful. Too peaceful for a crash site. Captain Reiner sat on a metal box near the broken ship. A warm blanket was around his shoulders. In his hands, he still held the empty coffee cup. He looked at it again. A simple cup. Yet it changed everything. Yesterday he expected fear. He expected chains. He expected death. But instead, he got kindness. He got warmth. He got hope. Nearby, human doctors were helping injured crew members. They worked quietly. They smiled. They spoke softly. No anger. No hate. No threat. Only care. Reiner watched in silence. This planet is strange, he thought. Commander James walked toward him. He carried 2 more cups. One more? James asked. Reiner hesitated, then nodded. James gave him the cup. Strong one this time, he said with a small laugh. Reiner took a sip. His eyes widened. Very strong, he replied. James smiled. Told you. They sat together for a moment. No guards. No weapons pointed. Just 2 leaders sitting on broken ground. You were running from someone, James said gently. It was not a question. Reiner looked at the trees. Yes, he answered. A powerful empire. They attacked our repair station. We escaped barely. James became serious. Will they follow you? Reiner nodded slowly. Yes, they never stop. Silence returned. The wind carried distant sounds. Birds, leaves, life. James looked around. Then you are safe here, he said. Reiner turned. Safe, he asked. Yes, James replied. No one attacks our guests. Guests, that word touched Reiner's heart. A few hours later, human engineers arrived. Big trucks, large tools, flying drones. They surrounded the broken ship. Reiner watched with surprise. They came fast, Velas whispered. Very fast. Human chief engineer Maya stepped forward. She had short hair and sharp eyes. Captain, she said, we check your ship. Damage is serious, but not hopeless. Reiner felt his chest grow light. Can you fix it? He asked. Maya nodded. Yes, but we won't repair it. Reiner froze. Won't? He asked. She smiled. We will rebuild it. Rebuild, not repair. Rebuild. His mind struggled to understand. The crew was moved to a nearby base. Hidden under the forest, a door opened in the ground. An elevator took them down. Deep, very deep. Lights turned on. A huge underground city appeared. White walls, clean floors, moving machines, flying screens. The aliens stared, mouths open, eyes wide. This is under trees? Sarah whispered. Yes, James replied. We like secrets. They walked through long halls. Robots moved beside them. Screens showed space maps, weapon systems, ship designs. Reiner felt something strange. Earth was hiding its power. Very well. In a medical room, Dr. Lena checked Reiner's body. Your heart is stressed, she said. You need rest. I can't rest, Reiner replied. My people will rest with you, Lena said firmly. No leader breaks first. She handed him medicine. And another cup. Tea, she said. Not coffee. He smiled weakly. Thank you. That night, Reiner could not sleep. The room was quiet. Too quiet. He walked to the window. Above him was rock, but screens showed the sky. Stars. Earth's moon. Beautiful. He opened his diary device and began to write. Day 1 on Earth. We arrived as broken travelers. We expected fear. We received kindness. Humans are not what the galaxy says. They hide strength behind smiles. He stopped, then added, I do not know why they help us, but I feel safe. Far away in deep space, a dark fleet moved. Hundreds of black ships. Cold, silent. In their center, a massive flagship. Inside it, Lord Varkon watched the screen. He went to Earth. An officer reported. Varkon's red eyes burned. Then Earth will burn with him, he said. Prepare invasion. Next day, Reiner was taken to a meeting room. Large table. Hologram stars. Human leaders sat around. Generals. Scientists. Advisors. James stood beside Reiner. You may speak freely, he said. Reiner stood. My people are grateful, he began. We came only for repairs. We will leave once ready. We do not want trouble. A general spoke. You already brought trouble, he said calmly. Reiner's heart sank. But the general continued, we don't run from trouble. Screens turned on. Enemy fleet appeared. Varkan ships. So, Reiner whispered. Yes, James replied. We always know. Fear mixed with respect. Earth was watching everything. Maya entered the room. She placed a small device on the table. This is your new engine core design, she said. Reiner stared. This is beyond our tech. Maya smiled. Welcome to Earth Engineering. Outside, Vela spoke to Sarah. Do you trust them? He asked. Sarah looked at humans helping injured crew, laughing, sharing food. Yes, she replied, more than anyone else. That evening, humans invited aliens to eat. Long tables, warm food, music, light, laughter. Reiner tasted bread, rice, soup, sweet drinks. Strange, but good, very good. A young human child walked to him. She held a small drawing. This is you, she said. It showed a silver alien and Earth holding hands. Reiner felt tears. He bowed slightly. Thank you. Later, James walked with Reiner in a quiet hall. You are worried, James said. Yes, Reiner replied. War is coming. James stopped, looked into his eyes. Then we will face it together. Why? Reiner asked. James smiled softly. Because you trusted us first. Reiner understood. Trust creates family. That night, alarms rang. Red lights flashed. Enemy ships detected. Distance, 2 days. Reiner stood in the control room. His heart was calm. For the first time, he was not afraid, because he was not alone. Earth was with him, and Earth was ready. Above the planet, stars waited. War was near, but hope was stronger. The warning lights stopped flashing. Instead, the room became quiet. Too quiet. Only soft beeping sounds filled the air. Enemy fleet confirmed. A calm voice said, "Distance, 48 hours." Captain Reiner stood still. He looked at the hologram. Red dots. Hundreds of them. Moving. Slowly. Like hungry shadows. "This is real now," he whispered. Commander James stood beside him. "Yes," James replied. "Now you'll see the true Earth." Reiner turned. "True Earth?" he asked. James did not answer. He only said, "Follow me." They walked through long underground halls, past locked doors, past silent guards, past signs in many languages. Finally, they reached a massive gate, black metal, no handle, no screen. James placed his hand on the wall. The wall scanned him. Light passed over his eyes, over his face, over his heartbeat. Access granted. A voice said, the gate opened, slowly, silently. Inside, Reiner stopped breathing. It was not a room. It was a world. Below them was a giant underground space, so large that clouds floated inside. Artificial clouds, lights like suns, moving platforms, flying machines, thousands of people, working, building, testing, fixing. Huge ships floated in the air. Warships, silver, black, blue, each one bigger than Reiner's old ship, each one powerful. He whispered, This is impossible." James smiled. "This is Earth's heart." They walked on a glass bridge. Below them, robots carried engines. Humans controlled energy cores. AI systems spoke in soft voices. Shield test complete. Weapon sync ready. Drive system stable. Reiner felt small. Very small. "Our galaxy thinks Earth is weak," he said. James laughed quietly. "We let them think that." "Why?" Reiner asked. James stopped. "Because power attracts war," he said, "and peace attracts life." Maya joined them. She pointed to a massive ship. "That one is yours," she said. Reiner stared. The ship was beautiful. Sharp wings. Glowing core. Golden lines. It looked alive. "For us?" he asked. "Yes," Maya replied. "Custom made." His voice broke. "We never asked for this." "We know," she said. "That's why you deserve it." Meanwhile, far in space, Lord Varkon watched his fleet. "Earth is a soft world," he said. "They will beg." His generals nodded. They believed him. They were wrong. Reiner and his crew entered the new ship. It smelled new, clean, fresh, no damage, no scars. Velas touched the wall. "It feels warm," he said. "It adjusts to your body," Maya explained. Sarah checked controls. All systems are 10 times stronger than before. Reiner sat in the captain's chair. It shaped itself around him, like it knew him. A screen turned on. "Welcome, Captain Reiner," an AI voice said. "Name me." It continued. Reiner thought, then said, "Hope." Ship name confirmed. "Hope." The AI replied. Training began. Humans trained aliens. Day and night. Flight drills. Combat practice. Shield control. AI cooperation. Reiner failed many times. So did his crew. But humans never laughed. Never mocked. They taught patiently. Again. 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 "Failure is learning," James said. One night, Reiner sat alone, looking at stars. James joined him. "You miss home," James said. "Yes," Reiner replied. "I fear losing it." James nodded. "We lost our home once too," he said. Reiner turned. "You did." "Long ago," James replied. "Earth almost destroyed itself." "Then why help others?" Reiner asked. James smiled sadly. "Because we know pain." Alarm. Loud. Sharp. Enemy fleet entering system. Distance. 6 hours. Base went into war mode. Red lights. Moving troops. Launching ships. Reiner stood tall. No fear. Only focus. Crew to stations, he ordered. Hope's engines roared. Soft. Powerful. Alive. Before launch, James stopped Reiner. He gave him a small badge. Earth symbol. You are family now, he said. Reiner placed it on his chest. I will protect it, he promised. The fleet rose. Human ships. Alien ships. Side by side. Like brothers. Like sisters. Stars watched. In Varkan's flagship, alarms rang. Unknown fleet detected. Varkan frowned. Show me. Screen activated. Thousands of ships. Bright. Strong. Organized. Varkan's eyes widened. That's Earth. Fear entered his heart. For the first time, battle began. Light. Fire. Soundless explosions. Lasers crossed base. Missiles flew. Shields glowed. Hope moved like wind. Fast. Smart. Reiner commanded. Left wing. Protect human cruiser. Shields up. Fire. Enemy ships fell. 1, 2, 10. Hundreds. Humans fought with precision. Aliens fought with courage. Together. Unstoppable. Varkan screamed. Retreat. Too late. His flagship was surrounded. Hope aimed. Reiner hesitated. Then remembered Earth. Family. Trust. Fire, he said. Light. Silence. Varkan was gone. Hours later. Space was quiet again. Debris floated. Like memories. Reiner looked at Earth. Safe. Alive. James's voice came through. Good work, Captain. Reiner smiled. No, he replied. Good work, brother. In the galaxy, news spread. Earth had shown its true face. Not cruel. Not weak. Strong. And kind. Reiner wrote in his diary. Today, Earth removed its mask. Behind it was not a monster. It was a guardian. Space was quiet. Too quiet. After the battle, only broken metal and silent stars remained. Small pieces of destroyed ships floated slowly, like dead leaves on water. Captain Reiner stood on the Bridge of Hope. He looked at the empty space. Victory was theirs, but his heart was heavy. War always leaves scars. Damage report, he said softly. Sarah checked her screen. Minor damage. Shields at 60%. Engine stable. Velis added, no crew lost. Reiner closed his eyes. Thanked the universe. They were alive. Back on Earth. People celebrated. Lights filled cities. Screens showed the battle. Children cheered. Families hugged. But inside the underground base, leaders were serious. They knew this war was not over. In a secret room, generals gathered. Large screens showed star maps. Red zones. Threat routes. James stood near the table. The enemy empire is huge, he said. Varkan was only one commander. A scientist added, they will return. Stronger. Silence followed. Everyone felt it. Earth had revealed its power. Now the galaxy was watching. Reiner was invited to the meeting. He entered slowly. He felt small among humans. But they respected him. A general spoke. Captain Reiner, your people are in danger. Reiner nodded. Yes, they will hunt us forever. James looked at him. We have a plan. Reiner raised his eyes. A big one. The screen changed. A massive structure appeared, hidden deep under ice, hidden in mountains, hidden under oceans, factories, shipyards, weapon labs, all over Earth. We call it Project Shield, James said. We are building a fleet for you. Reiner froze. For us? Yes, James replied. An entire defense force. Maya added, 50 warships, fully upgraded. Reiner's voice shook. That is too much. James smiled. Family gives without counting. Meanwhile, in deep space, a dark council gathered. Hologram figures. Different species. Cold eyes. The humans interfered. One said, they destroyed Varkan. They are dangerous. Another added, decision was made. Total war. Training increased. Day, night, no rest. Reiner trained with humans, learning new tactics, new formations. New thinking. Think like water, James said. Flow. Change. Adapt. Reiner practiced. Again. 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 He became stronger, smarter, leader of two worlds. One evening, Reiner walked alone. He found a small park inside the base. Fake sky, real trees, water sounds. James sat there. You hide here, Reiner said. James smiled. Sometimes leaders need silence. They sat. Quiet. Are you afraid? Reiner asked. James nodded. Yes. Then why fight? Reiner asked. James looked at the fake stars. Because fear should not decide our future. Reiner understood. Months passed. Project Shield was ready. 50 shining ships. Standing in space. Like guardians. Each one named after Earth values. Hope. Unity. Light. Honor. Peace. Reiner felt tears. These are beautiful. They are yours, Maya said. Emergency alarm. Again. Enemy fleet. Bigger than before. 3 times larger. Coming fast. No escape, Velas whispered. Reiner stood. We don't escape, he said. We protect. The combined fleet moved. Human ships. Alien ships. Shield fleet. Side by side. 1,000 strong. Reiner led. Hope at front. Enemy commander appeared. On screen. Cold face. Metal eyes. You cannot win, he said. Reiner replied calmly. We already did. Battle was worse than before. Space burned. Energy storms. EMP waves. Explosions. Ships fell. Friends lost. Reiner felt pain. But he stayed strong. Whole formation. Protect civilians. Do not chase kills. Humans followed. Aliens followed. Trust was complete. Suddenly, enemy superweapon activated. A giant beam. Planet killer. Target. Earth. Shield fleet move. James shouted. 50 ships moved. Formed a wall. Light connected them. Beam hit. Space shook. Ships screamed. One by one, they began to fail. Reiner's heart broke. Pull back, he cried. James replied, not yet. Maya's voice came. Overload possible. James made decision. Transfer power from Earth grid. Cities will go dark, someone warned. Do it. James said, lights across Earth died. People sat in darkness. But shield grew stronger. The beam stopped. Enemy weapon burned out. Earth was safe. But 10 shield ships were gone. Heroes. Silent. Gone. Final push. Reiner led charge. Hope flew straight. Through fire. Through chaos. Straight to enemy core ship. Target locked, Sarah said. Reiner remembered coffee. Smiles. Children. Trust. Fire, he whispered. Light. Enemy fleet collapsed. War ended. After battle, memorial was built. Names of fallen ships. Names of fallen people. Humans. Aliens. Together. Reiner placed Earth badge on stone. For family, he said. James stood beside him. We paid a price, he said. Yes, Reiner replied. But we saved tomorrow. Reiner wrote, Earth did not give us weapons. It gave us courage. It gave us home. The galaxy changed. Empires stayed away. Allies came closer. Earth became protector, not ruler. Guardian. Space was calm. No lasers. No alarms. No fear. Only stars. And one blue planet. Earth. It floated quietly, like nothing had ever happened. But everyone knew. Everything had changed. Captain Reiner stood near the window of his ship, Hope. He watched Earth slowly turn. Oceans shined. Clouds moved. Lights from cities sparkled. He remembered the first day. Crash. Fear. Coffee. Smiles. Kindness. That was where it all began. One small cup changed the galaxy, he whispered. Behind him, Sarah entered. The council is ready, she said. Reiner nodded. I am coming. The galactic hall floated in space. A massive station, made of crystal and light. Ships from hundreds of worlds surrounded it. Today was special. Today, history would be written. Inside the hall, leaders sat in circles. Different shapes, different colors, different voices. but same purpose. Peace. Reiner walked forward. Humans walked beside him. James, Maya, generals, scientists, not as rulers, as friends. A voice echoed, "This meeting will decide the future." Screens showed old wars, destroyed planets, dead cities, then new images, humans and aliens rebuilding, children playing together, shared stations, shared ships. Hope. Reiner spoke. His voice was calm. Once we feared Earth. We thought it was dangerous. We were wrong. Earth is not dangerous. Earth is brave. Silence. Every word touched hearts. They saved us when they had no reason. They protected us when it cost them. They gave us family. He bowed. I stand here because of them. James spoke next. We do not want power, he said. We do not want control. We only want a safe future. For everyone. Many nodded. Some cried. The council voted. A new alliance was born. Name, the Blue Star Union. Symbol, a blue planet holding many stars. Earth became its heart, not its ruler. Back on Earth, celebration began. Music, lights, festivals, across continents, across oceans. Children learned alien languages. Aliens learned human songs. Markets sold foods from 10 worlds. Peace was real. Reiner visited a small cafe. Same place as first day. Wooden chairs. Soft light. Smell coffee. James sat there. 2 cups waited. You kept the place, Reiner said. James smiled. Some things must stay. They drank. Quietly. No war. No fear. Only friendship. Years passed. Reiner grew older. Silver hair. Slow steps. But bright eyes. He became ambassador. Between worlds. He traveled. Solved problems. Stopped wars. With words. Not weapons. One day, a young alien boy asked him, "Sir, why do you love Earth?" Reiner thought, then answered, "Because Earth saw us as people, not strangers." A museum was built, the first contact hall. Inside, broken ship parts, old uniforms, coffee cups. Yes, the first cup was there, with words. From this cup, peace was born. James retired. He moved near ocean. Small house, big smile. Reiner visited often. They walked. They talked. They remembered. One sunset. James said softly, "I'm glad you crashed here." Reiner laughed. "So am I?" Far in space, pirates tried once. They failed. Nobody touched Earth's friends. The galaxy learned. Kindness plus strength is unbeatable. Reiner's last diary entry. Today, I look at the stars. They are still cold, still far. But now, they feel closer. Because Earth taught us, family has no planet. When Reiner passed away, the galaxy stopped. Ships paused. Lights dimmed. Messages came from thousands of worlds. Earth held a silent day. James placed a cup on Reiner's grave. Coffee. Warm. Simple. A statue was built. Human and alien. Side by side. Hands together. Under it, we came for repairs. We found home. Centuries later, children still heard the story. In schools. In ships. In homes. The day aliens came. And humans gave coffee. They smiled. They believed. Because it was true. Above Earth, stars still shine. Watching. Waiting. For the next traveler. Who may arrive broken. And leave whole. The end red heart.